Hi, the Lee Farnell here, and this is Leading Your Best Life. Today I'm going to talk about something someone introduced to me when we were talking about meditation and relaxation and rejuvenation. It's called NSDR. NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. Non-sleep deep rest and how to get started. So important if we're talking about leading our best life. Stay tuned. Well, this all came about from a chat in a coffee shop where we're talking about the power and value and how rejuvenated you feel after you do a 15 or sometimes even a 10-minute meditation. And my friend Paisley, who's a great meditation teacher, said it's called NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. Non-sleep deep rest. Because in the past, friends of mine, I need to have an afternoon sleep. I need to have a lay down and have a sleep, a cat nap. And that's how we recovered, particularly after water polo or hard training sessions swimming. But there's other things you can do besides literally falling asleep. So I want to talk to you about this thing called non-sleep deep rest and how to get started. Now, this is from a great article from the Better Up blog. It's pretty damn good. Janet Uglis talks about it. And it really is quite comprehensive around non-sleep deep rest because, as I said, it helps slow down your thought flow and your brainwave frequency and allows your brain and your body to rest deeply. And it certainly also can help with sleep because it's going to lower your sympathetic nervous system, lower your stress, lower your anxiety, and even then your brain is going to be in a better state for learning. There's an article here from the Wall Street Journal where they talk about the Google Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai asked about how he unwinds from his hectic Silicon Valley days. Does he journal? Does he meditate? Does he eat a quart of ice cream? Well, some people do that, I suppose. And he said, I struggle to do meditation, he said, really. I struggle. He relaxes by walking and listening to podcasts, but also NSDR. I can go to YouTube and find an NSDR video available 10 or 20 or 30 minutes and do that. NSDR, what the heck is it? So let's talk about it. NSDR, or non-sleep deep rest, is a term coined by the neuroscientist and researcher Andrew Huberman, PhD, professor in the Department of Neurobiology at Stanford University's School of Medicine, and is host of the Huberman Lab podcast. In fact, my friend told me about this just yesterday. In fact, the Huberman Lab podcast, I must make a note of that. In fact, it's just another name for centuries-old practice called Yoga Nidra. Oh, Yoga Nidra. Yes, my Ayurvedic medicine, Naja, put me onto this quite a while ago. Yoga Nidra, which means yogic sleep in Sanskrit. Yogic sleep, Yoga Nidra. Non-sleep deep rest refers to the state of rest that's similar to deep sleep, but without the actual sleep. It's the state of profound relaxation where the body and the mind experience restorative benefits. So again, this is we covered this with Elliot Smith, looking at different brainwave states and how meditation, Vedic meditation, gets you into a different brainwave state. I might just find that for you because we talked about this brainwave states. Super important once you understand brainwave states and how to access them. With different images for that, and I put that in the actual podcast. So you've got, where is it? Gamma waves, which is heightened awareness above 35 hertz. Beta, 13 to 35, where you're actually in problem-solving mode. Alpha, 8 to 13 hertz, where you're in relaxed reflection. But theta is where you've slowed things down to 4 to 8 megahertz or 4 to 8 hertz, which is meditation and creativity. So what we're doing with meditation and beginning to go deeper and deeper is relaxing, slowing down, and not only that, we get into the creative state where we're actually shutting off the conscious mind, and where the subconscious mind, all of the processing, as NLP says, why talk to the office boy when you can talk to the boss? The office boy being the conscious mind, and the subconscious, where so much processing and problem solving goes on, is the boss. And so when you can access that, which again, Thomas Edison was a master at it, as was a whole range of other people, accessing the theta brainwave state, that's where the solutions are. That's where the solutions are. And then delta is 0.5 to 4 hertz, which is when you're in deep sleep. So we're just above deep sleep, but we're doing it in a very conscious way. And again, as I said, the Indians have been onto this for thousands of years, but understanding there's real science behind this. What do they say? Gamma, beta, alpha. Saying alpha, 8 to 13 cycles per second is the subconscious, but the superconscious, drowsy, tranquil, unconscious, light sleep, shamanic journeying, access to the fifth dimension, and non-ordinary reality, the upper and lower worlds. And they say in the delta state, 0.5 to 4, you're in the dream state, deeply unconscious sleep, astral traveling, dreaming, visiting other dimensions. But when we're talking about creativity and really rejuvenating, it's at that 4 to 8 cycles per second. So it's just fantastic to understand the science and the neuroscience behind this. So this is non-sleep deep rest refers to a state of rest that's similar to deep sleep but without actual sleep. It's the state of profound relaxation where the body and mind experience restorative benefits. So, 20 minutes can make a massive difference. As I say, practicing NSDR has been described as a kind of meditation, and it involves getting into a dreamlike state where our minds rest. We're shutting off the conscious mind, but we're not sleeping. You can use it at different times of the day to rest, recharge your mind, or prepare for sleep. Huberman uses NSDR as an umbrella for things like naps, hypnosis, and meditation, all of which are anchored in the same idea of allowing people to tune out the conscious mind, tune out of the thinking brain, and achieve a state of calm. What's Yoga Nidra? Yoga Nidra is a practice of accessing a conscious state of mind that falls somewhere between being awake and falling asleep, a deep state of relaxation but with awareness. It involves 2 steps, a self-induced state of rest followed by a period of directed, intense focus. It's similar to meditation, but rather than sitting upright, you're lying down. Okay, so NSDR, you're lying down and following guidance from an instructor. So again, you can use YouTube and even some of the ones that we have as well. You may be asked to scan your body for places of tension, bring awareness to different parts of the body, focus on your breathing. And again, when we go to the Buddhist meditation on a Friday night, we're actually sitting up. Some people are lying down, but the bulk of people are sitting up. And again, I know they're talking about the difference in energy centers, what's actually happening in terms of the various chakras, but it's difference between sitting up, spine straight versus lying down. So you can choose, but again, if you're talking about maintaining awareness and not necessarily falling asleep, but maintaining that awareness and staying in that theta brainwave state, then you're probably going to want to sit up rather than lay down. And then focus on different parts of the body, whether it be mind, whether it be different energy centers, again, that can be guided. But the goal is to enter a conscious sleep state and totally relax your brain, thereby releasing unwanted tension from your body and achieving calm, which again, Elliot Smith, my Vedic meditation teacher, they talk about unstressing, cleaning. I say cleaning out the kitchen cupboard, cleaning out that dust, that junk, that garbage that gathers in your mind, the chatter, the little worries you don't even know you've got until you clean them out. So how does NSDR work? As the body enters the calmer state, your brain waves decrease in frequency, your thoughts can slow from 35 thoughts per minute to 1 to 3. That's a lot. That's a big slowdown, isn't it? 35 thoughts per minute to 1 to 3. And your body slows the production of stress hormones, particularly cortisol. As the parasympathetic nervous system kicks into gear, we slow down that sympathetic nervous system. According to teacher practitioner Liam Gillen of the Amrit Yoga Institute, if you do it right, a 30-minute session can be equal to 3 to 4 hours of restorative sleep for the body. A 30-minute session can be equal to 3 to 4 hours of restorative sleep so you're saving a lot of time, getting the same impact. What's up to you to test that? Why not test it? We know from work in my laboratory as well as work with other labs that a state of a shallow nap or a shallow sleep done in waking allows the brain, that is you, to get better at turning off thoughts and falling asleep at night. I mean, there's people I know who they say, I just can't shut my mind off. I can't shut my mind. Why? Because the sympathetic nervous system, they've trained their brain to be way too active rather than train their brain to say, I've got a dial here. I'm the one in control of the activity of my brain, not my brain in control. That you have the dial to dial it down by consciously dialing down. And of course, staying away from looking at phones, looking at Instagram, looking at Facebook, the blue light of the phone. In fact, as my friend RJ says, he stays away from the blue light of the phone up to 2 and 3 hours before going to sleep. So again, what are you listening to? What are you reading to begin to wind down? You are in control. People who generally have trouble falling asleep because we think that we have to turn off our thoughts like a switch, but the transition to sleep allows and involves our thoughts to become fragmented, and then we become relaxed. The brain enters a more fluid state that's not under our conscious control. So we can teach ourselves this is a learnable set of skills. Look, if you want to find out more, touch base with us, ask us for some of these things. But look at the benefits here, Huberman says, of non-sleep deep rest. 1, helps with memory retention, enhances rates of neuroplasticity in terms of neural pathways developing, which promotes learning, relieves stress, improves cognitive function, improves sleep quality, enhances focus and mental clarity, potentially helps even with pain management and bringing that down. So many fantastic benefits, let alone, of course, reducing anxiety and stress. And I would think, and that's funny, I've seen over the years, people who regularly do yoga and meditation, they look younger. They don't have as many wrinkles in their face. They're more relaxed. So it's just unbelievable. Check out this article. It really is fantastic. There's so much on this NSDR. But what do? Just quickly, to practice, follow these steps. 1, find a quiet and comfortable place. Choose a peaceful environment. You can have it on a mat or lie on a bed if you want to, if you're going to do the laying down. Get into a comfortable position. Lie on your back with your legs slightly apart. Use pillows. And again, this is the difference between meditation, where we're going to be sitting up with our back straight, which is what I do in the mornings and in the afternoons, versus this NSDR where they're actually lying down, or the yoga nidra. Get into a comfortable position, lying down. Set an intention. Before beginning the practice, set an intention. This can be a positive affirmation, could be about relationships or health or money or business or sales or a range of areas, the children, partners. Set an intention. Might be a new habit you're looking to develop. But a positive affirmation or a personal goal that you want to manifest or work on during the session, and then repeat your intention slightly to yourself a few times. Follow a guided NSDR or Yoga Nidra recording. There's plenty of them on YouTube, and we have some as well you can use. Relax your body, follow the instruction, follow the breath and visualization guidance, maintain awareness and stay present. As it says, throughout the practice, try and remain aware and present. Although the practice induces deep relaxation, it's important to maintain a subtle level of consciousness and observe any sensations, thoughts, or emotions that arise. And then when you conclude the practice, it will bring you back to a state of wakefulness. Take your time to transition back, and we often do at the end of a meditation, 2 minutes of just sitting there, not doing the mantra, but just at times I just sit in the space and look at what am I grateful for, or what do I need to do today, or what's on my list, or what are some of the ideas that have come to me during the meditation. Which, by the way, this was one of them. Hey Lee, you need to record something on NSDR. So take your time to transition back, bringing yourself back to the moment, back to the room, back to that moment in time. And I think sometimes journaling thoughts or ideas that have come are really good as well. NSDR versus napping. It says it's a deeper relaxation, it's conscious awareness, it's time efficiency, it's stress reduction, it's intention setting, and it's accessible anywhere, anytime. So I hope that helps you. If you want to find out more, do touch base. I want to help you lead your best life, and that really does mean having the best internal world you can so that you manifest and create the best external world. It all starts going inside, and as we say, if you're talking about high performance, it is also about high performance recovery, high performance refreshment, high performance reinvention. It's all there. Hope this helps you. I'm Lee Farnell. This is Leading Your Best Life. Do share this with your colleagues, your friends, your family. so you can help them lead their best life. And I'll see you next episode.